All right, let's go. First video of the year 2021. What a crazy ride it's been for a lot of us. We're all blessed to be here. With everything that's been going on, everything that has been going on, and for the most part, we're just all looking forward. I like to take things day by day. Don't really depend on the number on the calendar to change anything, but let's just all appreciate what we got going. All right, let's go dive into this. All right, Dababy retiring within 5 years, being the head of his own label, and hearing Dababy talk ever since he blew up. When I first heard of Dababy, he always had a sense of direction. He knows his place. He knows his next move, and that's the reason Dababy will continue to stay on the charts and continue to have longevity as long as he wants. It really looks as he's dictating where his career is going. He knows the right moves to make, and of course, one of the biggest criticisms, the internet. I say the internet because realistically, real life and what internet, Twitter say, two completely different things. Is that he's gonna continue to rap the same way he does, use the same flow he does, and I think it's pretty idiotic to say that Dababy only uses one flow. If you actually listen to more than 5 Dababy tracks, you can always hear him switching it up a bit, starting it off differently, fluctuate throughout the track. So to say he uses the same flow doesn't really make sense. But he doesn't need to do anything too different from what he already does. I mean, you got to think about it. Dababy has, I want to say, 13 mixtapes under his belt. Before he blew up with Baby on Baby, he was still rapping. He was still putting out music. When you have a hardcore fan base that has been riding out with you year after year, project after project, they start building a connection with the artist. Of course, these hardcore fans, for the most part, aren't gonna disappear just because he breaks the mainstream, unless they completely just stop messing with his music or grow out of it. But for the most part, they're gonna continue to support him, and it's gonna continue to grow. That's something a lot of people fail to understand when it comes to these artists, rappers, and the music scene. It isn't the mainstream fans that keep giving you bread. It's the hardcore fans, the core fans, the ones that buy your merch, the ones that go to your show. We're not talking about all these other kids that listen to you on the radio, all these other, people and figures that, oh, he's pretty hot, bump your music for a couple weeks and then that's it. Now we're talking about the people to this day. Dababy's been their favorite rapper for a couple years, and they're gonna continue listening to his music because they enjoy that shit. Now, hearing him say, of course, that he's gonna retire in about 5 years, and in the pace that he has been for the past 2 years already, coming off Baby on Baby, he's already had a #1 hit. Of course, with Roddy Ricch, I believe Suge debuted at #7 on Billboard. Baby with Lil Baby, 11, of course. Cash It, Megan Thee Stallion, 36 on Billboard, and I could go on and go. I believe Post Malone, Enemies, 11 on Billboard. So far, I want to say he's had over 30 tracks on Billboard for everything he's done since, of course, getting on the mainstream scene, and he isn't slowing down anytime soon. You could argue quality all you want. That's a beautiful part about music. It's all subjective. But this whole hype train of people saying he's gonna fall off or everything sounds the same, that's because that's what Dababy's supposed to sound like. That's who he is. I don't listen to Lil Wayne, and especially right now, expect him to take any different direction. I know what Lil Wayne brings. I know what his flows are gonna sound like, and that's about it. Of course, you're always gonna hear criticism, but I think a lot of that noise is just bullshit. It's just people bitching to bitch. I feel anybody that really enjoys music doesn't go out of their way to go comment anything crazy on social media, like, oh, he sucks or hi. It's like, nah, you got too much free time on your hand. I can never relate. But it's dope to see this shift in the industry where artists, dive deep into, okay, what can I accomplish? And then how do I want to move on from that? Because we all know, we've heard of label situations. We heard all these contract situations, ownership. That's what's driving everybody, owning your masters. So to have that vision planned out and then continue to build on something you build is definitely a new generation of artists that are taking it to the next level. Something that, for y'all that are familiar, hasn't been the case before. Before you sign with a label, for the most part, they keep your masters for about, they don't really talk to this about, but it's about 35 years for they, at least back in the day. where they plan on keeping your masters. Of course, that's before streaming, so that's the issue. You know, after 35 years, is your music even worth anything anymore? But that's for a different day. And I can't wait to see what Dababy brings this year. I listened to Dababy for, of course, some solid delivery, his hard-hitting voice right there on impact, right off the rip. And 2021 he's definitely an artist I'm gonna continue to keep my eye on and just enjoy what I enjoy. If I don't, I don't. Of course, after Baby on Baby, we got Kirk. Intro was definitely an ear catcher, still stays a favorite to this day. Then we got Blame It on Baby Deluxe. And he's just playing the smart. He knows how everything works. He's gonna continue to do what Dababy does best, and you should appreciate it if you haven't already. Don't listen to the noise. Of course, you don't mess with Dababy. Find it too repetitive. By all means, that's your taste. But I feel a lot of this same flow, same Candace bullshit, it needs to go out the window. That's it for the first video of this year. I uploaded my Evolution of Kendrick Lamar yesterday. Yeah, I remember I uploaded it on Instagram about a year ago, and I'm like, let me post it up on YouTube. Not sure if other people have it, but check mine out. That's about it. I'll catch y'all later.